SEC game, good crowd today. What was that like?
It was great. I mean, I think the whole team, we were excited for this. Obviously, we were 17-1 going into this, and we were just excited to get the SEC conference games on the road, and we got the first taste of it, and now we got 29 more to go, so we're going to take it a step at a time, and we're excited.
What pitch did you get on that triple?
It's probably a slider. Yeah, it's either a slider or a slower cutter, but it's fading away from me.
Is that what you were sort of looking for, and you kind of left it over the plate?
No, I'm always looking for fastball and then adjust to anything else. But I read the slider out of hand, and I tried my best to stay on it, and I stayed on it just enough to keep it fair.
It seems like you have some, I won't say quirks at the plate, but like you're pointing at stuff after pitches. You're saying it's a little high, it's a little low, and then when you're running around first there, you're like stay fair, stay fair. Is that just kind of who you are? Is that you're just like natural ticks, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of did that in high school because back in high school we don't have TrackMan and all that stuff, so the dugout doesn't know what pitch it is. So in high school and even in middle school, like if it was a changeup from the dugout, you can't really tell. So I would always just take pitches and like kind of either go like this for changeup, this for curveball, this for fastball. So that's just kind of ingrained in me, and now I do it for like my mental state because I'm able to recognize the pitch out of hand, and I'm like, okay, that was a fastball. I'm just like, all right, that's a fastball. And then if you see me foul pitches off to the other way, and I'm just going like this with my top hand, it's just reminding me to stay on top of the ball and not get under it. So yeah, it's just things I do. I'm comfortable in the box, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I've done since I was a little kid.
How long have you been able to read pitch out of hand?
I mean, that's the name of the game in baseball, and I feel like my dad's been my hitting coach since I was a little kid, and that's kind of things we've practiced and just recognizing pitches so you don't get fooled. And I just think it's a big part of baseball, and that's something I've trained.
Do you feel like that's been a contributing factor to you coming into college, and you've only played 19 games and you're leading the team in batting average? Do you feel like that plays a big role in that?
For sure, yeah. I mean, you always want to get your pitch and not the pitcher's pitch. So whether it's fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, if it's in the strike zone, you want to smash it. But if it's out of the zone, you gotta leave it out of there.
Do you think that thing was going to stay fair?
To be honest, no. I was pointing fair. I was like, come on, stay fair. And then the wind, I think, was blowing the opposite way, so it helped push it back a little bit. So thank God. There we go. That was good. Yeah.
Did you lead off in high school and middle school as well?
Yes, I've always been either a leadoff hitter or a two-hole hitter. So I'm comfortable in both of those areas. I would say I've been more of a two-hole my whole life, but yes, I have led off a good amount.
So part of the signals on the pitches, you're helping the dugout, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, I'm helping the dugout. Even though I mean, they're pretty professional. They can probably see if it's a curveball. I just like letting them know if it is a curveball or not. So it just helps me out, helps them out. It's cool.
What do you do differently, or maybe more so than your teammates or teammates in the past that allows you to read the pitch so well?
I mean, I feel like if you get to the D1 level, everyone could read pitch as well. Obviously, it's my first SEC game. I was looking forward to it, but I think all the guys here have talent, obviously, and I just feel like I do my best to try to read the pitches out of hand, but I feel like other guys do a great job of that. And, I mean, you can see that we had 9, 10, 11 hits today. Our team could really hit.
You look up in the middle of the game, and it's 7 runs, but only 4 hits. I mean, like, you guys offensively just seem to be generating runs pretty consistently in many different ways. Just can you talk about the offense as a whole and just how well y'all are clicking here as you go into the most important stretch of your season?
Yeah, that's a great part about this team. We don't live or die by the home run. We can generate runs by bunting. Coach gave Danny the sacrifice squeeze, the 3-hole hitter on the SEC team. Like, you don't really see that often, and I feel like that's what makes this team different. We can generate runs differently with bunts, doubles, singles, home runs, and I just think that's going to take us a long way. And I feel like all 9 guys, whoever's in the lineup that day, can all contribute to that, and we all work on that.
I mean, with that 9-pitch at bat, you must have seen everything, right?
I did, yeah. I saw fastball, cutter, slider. Probably didn't see a changeup. I think he did have a changeup, but yeah. Saw a good amount of pitches. Yeah.
What's the key to your consistency?
I mean, taking it a day at a time. You can't get too stuck on the past. You can't get too stuck on the future. You have to be where your feet are, and just be happy where you are. I mean, I'm so happy here. It's been great. Just being around the guys, being around these coaches, my family getting to be here. It means the world to me, and I'm playing the game I love. So I'm just taking it a step, pitch at a time, and enjoying where I'm at, and just making sure I just do what my job is for the day, or my job is for that pitch, and doing it over and over and over again, and I love it.
When you slid into third, what was your first thought?
Let's go. that was my first thought. I was like, let's go. It's 2-2 ball game. Now it's 5-2. We got Jared. The good likelihood of me scoring that third is good. So I was like, all right, it's basically 6-2. I was excited. So that was a big part of the game. And obviously they had that nice 2-run home run. So it was good that we were able to pull away a little bit right there.
I know you've told this guy, but we've heard Coach's explanation. We've heard Williams' explanation. Can you just put on your recruiting hat and take us back to last summer and just how that all came together there over that couple of week stretch?
Yeah. William and I have been great friends for a while, and trust me, I was pulling more than anyone for him to make it to campus. Obviously, we know how dominant he was in high school and how dominant he is now, and I just knew from the first day I got here with summer camp, like I saw the team and I was like, dang, we have like legit pieces. Like these guys are good, and if you can add a guy throwing 99 miles an hour with a hammer, like what's better than that? And he's a local kid. Like he lived a quarter of a mile away, and he took me to his house during summer school, and I was giving him some stuff like, hey, you should come. But I feel like a lot of people were just kind of pressuring him, like, what's your decision? I felt I took a different approach, and I just treated him as a friend, and just kind of had a good time with him. And like we saw we spent a month together, so we kind of saw what 9 months would look like together for a whole season. And I think he liked that, and he liked the team, so that ended up leading him to make his decision he made. But I'm super happy he did, and I just try to be a good friend to him and show him what we could do.
Has any part of the transition from high school to college been difficult for you? You make it seem that it's been so easy for you. Has any part of it been difficult?
Yeah, I mean, baseball is baseball. No matter what level you're at, you're going to get humbled or you're going to do great sometimes. And I just feel for me, I try to treat the game the same all the time, no matter who's on the opposing side of me. I treat it the same. I just do what I can, and I stick to my plan. And no matter who's throwing the pitch to me or no matter who we're facing, I just try to stick to that plan. So I try not to focus too much on the opponent and focus on what I can do. And I feel like that has helped me a lot. Not getting caught up in the names or this guy throws 97, this guy throws 92 or whatever. Like it's like he has to face me too. So that's kind of the approach I take, and I feel like that's helped.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you guys. Nice to meet you.
I'll do this every week if I have to.
It's part of your one-day work week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Recap the night, quite literally.
Yeah.
So at one point you retired like 15 or 17. So what sort of got you into that flow state, I guess, in the middle of the game?
Yeah, I think not a lot of pitchers think about it like this, but honestly, the 2-run home run might have helped me, honestly. And I think that it kind of changed my mindset into instead of like just being on cruise control, just getting after one batter at a time. And if I get taken out in the fourth, just give it all I got that inning. So I think I just kind of changed my mindset into, all right, I'm gonna finish this inning instead of, all right, let's see if I can get through 7. So I think that overall the home run kind of helped.
Instead of pacing yourself, you just decided to be more aggressive.
Yeah, just attacking each hitter, and it worked out.
More strikeouts, a lot more strikes. Obviously strikeouts, but more strikes.
Yeah. Honestly, like the strikes come with the mindset. So like the strikes, some days it's on, some days it's not. But I think the mindset puts you into a situation where you can get ahead and you don't fear hitters. So
When you get into a groove like that, can you feel it like when you're in the middle of it, or is it really just focus on one guy at a time and like that'll kind of take care of it?
yeah, one guy at a time, and just continue to get out there and put up zeros for my team. And it's obviously easy when you got our team scoring 12 runs. It makes it pretty stress-free, that knowing that basically every time we step out there that they're going to score 10-plus runs. So it's very relieving.
I know you kind of just touched on it, but how have you managed getting deeper into games this season?
Yeah, I think that going through that mindset helps me put into that situation of just one inning at a time, and I think that it kind of does it for me instead of thinking that let's see if I can get to the 7th. Let's get to the first inning first. So just continuing to pound the zone. There's always room for improvements, and I think that I could have done a lot better tonight, honestly, if you ask me. But we got to win, and that's all that matters.
I think Coach mentioned that he was going to meet with you about being more efficient with some pitches, like saving some, I guess, not in the sense of like saving which ones you're throwing, but like the number that you're throwing, just being more efficient. Do you feel like you executed that better today?
Yeah, in some situations I did. I think that the elite pitchers in the SEC at least, put guys away quick. Like when it's 0-2, like they don't waste time. Just and I think that's just the efficiency of it. So just continuing to, it's obviously not easy, obviously, but and just continuing to dive deep into every count and just go into every situation where I can kind of dive deep into just doing what I do best.
I think it was it the second inning or the third inning, and the umpire I think told you to slow down. So I guess like how important is the just keep it going, keep that sort of like rapid pace at guys, the aggressiveness, not just with strikes, but also with just your pace.
Yeah, I think if you define a definition of a pitcher, that it's to keep the hitter off time. And so just being in my rhythm and not letting the hitter kind of control that really helps me. And honestly, it puts me in a situation where I can continue to go at dudes when they're kind of off even. So.
Have you ever been told to slow down before? That usually
No,
doesn't.
I think that's in my opinion, I think it's a really good thing. Now, obviously, when you get into a situation where you're a little sped up and you're not throwing strikes, maybe you think about it. But if I'm rolling, like there's honestly just go fast.
Did the ump explain himself at all?
No, I think it was a situation where he said play, but the hitter's eyes weren't up, so I'm not allowed to go until the hitter's eyes are up.
When are you consciously thinking about mixing up paces when you're on an outing, or are you just pretty much full throttle to the middle like?
No, I'm just rolling. Just I really don't even think about the hitters much. I'm just wherever Luis sets up, that's where I throw it.
Maybe start one to now, what do you think you've improved the most?
Yeah, I think I just improved overall. It's like what I talked about, the mindset. And I think that in a season, you can't really change much. What you have is what you have. And I think that the efficiency part of it, like you said, has been a big help trying to get in. Honestly, I need to get finish the seventh inning. And that's the overall goal. But honestly, I'm 4-0 right now, so I can't really ask for much else.
What's your view on being the Friday night starter?
Yeah, obviously it's big time. And being from a kid from Louisiana, it's obviously a dream of mine. But you can't really look at it like that after the season starts. Honestly, I'm going out there to do my thing, and whatever situation I get put in, if I wind up being the Tuesday starter, I'll be good for it.
So, do you feel like you throw harder as the game goes along?
I think I get into rhythm, but honestly, I don't really think about velocity. So I think that the mindset thing really did change it a little bit, just because I started attacking hitters and just kind of got into a flow state where I can kind of just get after it a
Did you
little
go to your
bit.
changeup a little bit more today?
Yeah, and late in the game, I went to a decent amount lefty-lefty, which I haven't done all season. So that's huge for continuing to improve as the year goes on.
There's a couple of mound meetings from Coach Yeski throughout the course of the game.
Mm-hmm.
How much does that help you in terms of just maybe getting back on track, or just talk us through, like, do you like when your pitching coach is coming out to you a couple times a game to just kind of go over things?
Yeah, I like it a lot. And I think that Coach Yeski and I have kind of got to know each other a lot. So he knows when he needs to come out there just to kind of let me relax and reset a little bit. So it's been a big help, honestly. And I think he just continues to kind of build that relationship and kind of know when to come out there or not.
What did he tell you I think he came out in the second inning, right? So what did he sort of say after that?
Honestly, he didn't really say much. We really just talked about how we're going to attack the next dude. And really, he just comes out there to reset me, honestly. There's not a lot that really goes on in those meetings, for me at least. So it's just kind of a reset, just to slow it down.
Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a big standing ovation like that in front of I think it was over 11,000 crowd tonight.
Yeah.
Just what does that feel like? And because you're going to probably have a few more of those, I guess, down the line here of the season.
Yeah, it's special. Shout out to the fans. They keep our team energized, and I think without them, that maybe the score is a lot different. So just continuing to go into each inning with trusting our fans. That I remember Chris Guillot, he's really good at kind of keeping the fans involved as well. So just it helps out us a lot. So it's obviously a cool dream to get the standing ovation, but honestly in the back of my head that I'm kind of frustrated that I got the standing ovation that I didn't finish that seventh inning. So
Earlier you mentioned how you went to your changeup more deeper into the game. Do you feel like now you've got to a point where you're trusting your stuff more later in games, and is that something that maybe you worked on before the season started or as it's gotten going?
yeah, I think I'm continuing to advance my my pitches. And I think that whatever pitch he calls, I need to be able to locate that pitch whatever pitch he calls. So I really want to get into a point where he can call some random pitch and I can throw it for a strike and get ahead. So that's the overall goal.
All right, thank you.
Perfect. Thank y'all.
Thanks, Gabe.